Yo, yo, we're live. I'm pretty sure. Good odds that we're live. Maybe not. Let me know in the chat. We'll see. It is an unplanned, unscheduled Sunday stream. Sunday clickbait stream. It is a pretty big weekly close. But what else to do? I was bored at home. Couldn't figure out what to do with myself. I don't have any games I really want to play. There's some Helldivers drama. I don't know, man. So here we are. It's Sunday. I don't have big expectations for this stream, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to show you guys some good stuff. Plan on just like chatting and chilling. If you guys have questions, if you have answers, if you got charts you want to look at, let's do it. I don't have anything planned. I don't have any homework done. We're just chilling and vibing. That's the Sunday way. Let me pull this chair in a little. I'm ready. What's up, Oh No Y2K? Oh Bill, what's up, man? Let's learn and earn. That's right, up and run. That's what we'll do. Chart and clickbait on a Sunday, brought to you by our sponsors. Jamba Juice. Jamba Juice is not our sponsors. Our sponsors are Lux Algo and MetaSignals. Links in the video description below. You can get free, risk-free trials over there using those links. That's right. What do you guys want to do? What do you want to talk about today? Jasmy. You know, I actually noticed a bunch of people asking on Friday for Jasmy, and it just got lost in the sauce, man. So we can look at Jasmy. VRA, Jasmy. Let's roll, Hugo. That's right. How you doing, River? Venom Hex. Ace of Hearts. How you doing, bro? Vadim, Hugo. I got the hat on because I need to cut my hair. I might cut my hair myself after the stream. I haven't done that since like 2020. Yeah. COVID. So I got the hat on. Got these new headphones also. I don't really like the way they look on camera. They are good headphones. I don't know. It's getting harder and harder to get our gear, man. I've been using the same headphones and the same sunglasses for almost 5 years now, and neither of them I think are in production anymore. Should have thought of that a while ago. Sup, Arcanus, J-Dubs, Foxy Thorny, how you doing? Pickle's here. I didn't even tell you we were going live, Pickle. Look at you. Alex Bowler, what's up, bro? Let me see. Adam Buzzard, how you doing, friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Capper Die. Broadcasted while you're on the... Wait. Broadcasted while you're cutting you on here. Sure, we'd love to see it. I don't know what you meant to say there, bro, but... I'll pull up Jasmy. VRA. It's going to be a more intimate stream, because I didn't announce it. So we're not going to have all the viewers. We're not going to have all the people. We're never live on Sundays, so that alone... It'll be more intimate, but that's when we do the good stuff. We'll look at Jasmy. What else? What else do we got? Not on Bitfinex, though. You always got to double check now, man. Got to double check, because anything that's from Bittrex, a little alpha early in the clickbait stream, any chart from Bitfinex, you got to just delete it. Don't keep referring to it. I made that mistake for a while, and I was pretty embarrassed. I don't know if I let you guys know. Jasmy pulled up VRA. I'm pulling up. We're just chilling, chatting, charting. Just like the good old times, boys. All right, Jasmy. Vera. All right, VRA. Take a look at this. Let's go. Light up some candles. All right. Do a quick Bitcoin. Yeah, I am. We're going to look at Bitcoin first, but then we'll get into these. ENA, Pablo. Sure, I'll pull it up. ENA. Big Dawn. What's up, Big Dawn? Adam. Adam hasn't moved. Adam hasn't done anything, really. But yeah, pull up Adam. It might have. We'll see. What's up, Crypto Clown World? Welcome to the Crown World, my friend. It's good to have you. Adam, although Adam didn't follow the arrow. That's good. We're going to look at all these. We're going to, like, do some charts. We're just going to do whatever. I do want to talk about the corn, and I probably will end up talking about this again on Monday. That's okay. Tomorrow. We don't usually stream right now. Let's go to this. So, you guys keep suggesting charts. That's good. What's up, Kevin? Not meme. And girls. What about girls? Everybody likes girls, except for people who don't. But that's okay with us. Arrow. We can look at Arrow. Take a look at SKL. I don't know what that is. You doing good today? Staying happy and healthy? Trying, bro. It was 90 degrees here, and then now it's like down near freezing again, and it's messing with my head. It's messing with my chi, but I'm doing all right. Tom Crown for the lawn mowing music today. Should we put on music? What do you guys think? Let's put a poll. I haven't been doing music because all of the issues with the revenue sharing and claims and stuff, but this one's just a chilling stream, so yes, no. We'll do yes, no. If we want music, I'll figure something out, but 𝐂𝐴lgo in the house. 𝐂𝐴lgo in the house. What's up? Is this Mr. Mackey or is this another Chad? Let's pull them up. Well, 𝐂𝐴lgo, our sponsor, check them out. Use our link in the video description below and in the chat. Get yourself a free month trial. Look at this beautiful marketing and branding, guys. Someday we'll be at that level. Good to see you, bro. The corn. We got the corn and actually the more important chart than the corn. Drop the bass. I got this chat up twice. Drop the bass. TRB. Think outside. We can look at TRB. All right, let me do this. Let me go ahead and do this. So, for those of you who are observant out there, you might have noticed that the thumbnail, that's not a weekly chart. That's a monthly chart. Just more of the clickbait. It's multiple levels. It's like an onion. Let's look at this monthly. May so far. We are only a few days in, but May's looking pretty good. I have, even since the start of May and even the end of April, said, think we're going to get a green May. I don't know if that means new all-time highs, but it does mean, at least to me, I'm looking for like 71.3. Let me see. 71.3-ish, just back to April's open. That looks good. If we can keep pushing, maybe we get a new all-time high in May, but that's the pretty obvious looking monthly level, right? Let's zoom in. We're going into the weekly close. It is Sunday, and this week did not disappoint. Traded down below our March lows, 59.2 intra-week. Now with 4.5 hours to go, that candle, as we may have speculated in the week before, well, in last Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as we may have speculated, looking to close a little bit better than it had been, right? Looking to close not so bad. Give me a sec. I'm gonna just do this. Silence the chart a little bit. There we are. So looking at our week, and then we're going to get into whatever else. 63.1 in the next 4.5 hours. This is going to be the price value. This is going to be where we're looking for the weekly to close. Closing above 63.1 going to be solid, flipping that very bearish intra-week candle into a not so bearish candle. Now, if we want to get our hopium inspired, fired up, 64.9. Closing above 64.9 is not only going to be riding that hammer candle off of a very bearish weekly. We saw Bitcoin fear and greed dip into fear for the first time in over a year. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but over a year. I would guess maybe a year and a half. Weird. In this candle at the bottom, at this low, 56.5. So obviously 63.1 good, 64.950 even better, bullish engulf and hammer candle. And if we get that close, I would think we're moving back to our range highs into the next week. I mean, it could take 2 weeks, could take into May, whatever. 71.3, that just ties it all together. But that's looking pretty nice. I don't know if our indicators are really reflecting it yet. Let me see. What signals and overlays thinking about this weekly now? Not quite yet. All right. We go down to the day here. We have returned to the point which we fell from on the end of April. At the end of April. Remember, April is the tax month for the US. People with capital gains taxes, etc., looking to pay their tax bills tend to offload assets in April. And it's interesting that that happened into May's start, and then we've only seen up basically since. That's a good sign in my opinion. On the day, maybe some slowing down momentum here. Our candles are getting thinner. The bodies are getting smaller. May 3rd, 6.5%. 4th, 1.7%. And today, if it closes here, we're looking at a 0.1% or virtually no change in our candle. Bitcoin is all right. It's doing okay. I like this rally. I like this bounce. I showed you guys the long position I took at the start of May. I'm still in it. Feeling all right about it. Looking at our trend line here, this isn't too bad. Our daily trend line, we did close above the trend. Today, we have back tested that and potentially confirmed it as support. That would be further evidence or an argument that we're moving to that 71.3 in this week or the next week. I think that's pretty good. Nothing really on these indicators. So there's just like a quick rundown of Bitcoin. 12-hour candles closing sideways right at previous, we'll call this resistance, maybe still resistance, but I would argue that this is likely being tested as support. 12-hour still looks meh. Let's invert this quick, and then I'm going to show you what I really want to show you. This looks like a momentum leg. When you invert the chart, this looks like a momentum leg. You have higher highs, but they're weak. They're getting sold off. Typically, we look for that to drop. Now, this is kind of similar to what we saw back here in January. Pretty similar to what we saw here in March of last year. Further momentum legs. I think that's an argument for the upside. I'll go down to low time frames quick. Give me a sec, fam. Just getting through this part. It won't be long. 4-hour rolling over. 2-hour looking strong finally. Hourly looking better than it was. All right. Let's see. If we do see selling in the next 4.5 hours, likely looking for 63.1 as support again. You don't really want to test it again, but that's all right. All right, this is what I really wanted to show you guys. So this chart's going to look very similar to the Bitcoin chart. This is again on the monthly, and the moving average here is actually on the weekly. So I put it on a monthly time frame because I think it paints a better picture for you. Look at these last few months. While we were all getting excited, myself included, over the course of 23 into 24, Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs, altcoins moving into price discovery, everybody was very excited. However, we had one condition that wasn't met. I believe it will be met this year, but is not met yet, and that is on the total crypto market cap chart total. Despite Bitcoin moving to a new all-time high, total did not. Total moved to a very predictable or fundamental place on its chart. It is very exciting, but it did not move to a new all-time high. And we said even back in March, maybe even earlier in March, without that all-time high, we're not in the like mega giga bull run place yet. We're in the rallying, we're doing goods, bullish, but when total breaks its all-time high, and that would be a move above $3 trillion, that'll be when things get face melty. Last month put a little break on it, but here we go. This is pretty nice. This is pretty good. From our all-time high in November of 21 at 2.6 trillion, our monthly closed, we entered a bear market, and we fell below this moving average, this big white moving average. That kept price down. It was suppressed, and you can even see right here, January 2023, boom, candle close above, and price just kept moving up. So here we are. We've tested the highest monthly resistance. We've rejected. We bearish engulfed last month, which was very spooky. However, looking over here to our left, our efficiency on the chart at 2 trillion. We have found support, fingers crossed for May, at least for now. I'm thinking this is going to hold. No way to know, but I'm thinking it's going to hold. If it does, this is a very clean technical move. You moved through resistance, you rejected it, you tested previous resistance as support, and now what are we looking for? A move to a new all-time high. Kick off the full-blown bull run, baby. You go down to the week. When we look at this on the week, because remember, this is a weekly moving average, you'll see why I might be a little more excited. So, Corn looking good into this weekly close, and total mimicking it, but total gets this beautiful back test of a major previous resistance as support. This is the 20 weekly moving average on the week. That's lined up exactly at 2 trillion. And remember, this was here earlier this week when everything was down. Bitcoin broke March's low. Everyone was freaking out. That wick, or at that moment, the lowest point in that market, was exactly to this moving average and exactly to this major support. So total looking really freaking good in my opinion. Now you can make a very easy invalidation. Next week we trade below the moving average. This is no longer in play, but there are trades that can be made just based on that. It's looking pretty good. It's looking very good. The 20 weekly is also, of course, the same as the Bollinger Band basis line. Let's throw this week up. There it is. Ta-da! Off the top of the band to the 20. This is classic Bollinger Band movement. Made it move up, return to the 20. Now you can try to make that move up again, test those all-time highs, or next week into the end of May, you lose it, you close candles below, you back test and reject, and where do you go? To the bottom of the channel. This is obviously not what we want to see or not what I want to see. But total is looking beautiful. It's not getting enough attention. There we go. That was the only thing I want to talk about. So we'll go to we'll go to the charts. Sorry for not reading the chat, boys. I'm back. I did my little spiel. I hopefully didn't get carried away that long. I'm just firing up also the vertical stream. So if you get a notification, actually, let me know if you get a notification. I'm firing up the vertical stream. I don't know how this works when we have two streams at once. Don't navigate there. Stay here. There we are. Live on the vert. Welcome, vertical short viewer people. Welcome. You found a good place. There we are. I doubt there's many new viewers today. That's all right. But if you are a new viewer, please entertain me by joining our fam. Hit that subscribe button. You'll see it pop up. I'll get to shout you out. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. I don't know if we've had any new subscribers, or at least I haven't been alerted to any. It's okay. Just got noticed. Boys and girls. Well, our analytics show that there are virtually no girls watching this stream. How can they ignore this handsome mug? I don't know. I don't know, man. Got alerts for verts. Nice. Is Pickle the only one? Yes, think outside. We'll look at TRB. You've said it a bajillion times. I'm still going to do it. We got it. Get learned. That's right. Get learned should be your catchphrase. Our catchphrase used to be get learnt, not burnt. And I guess it's still our catchphrase. This don't say much. Welcome, ADD folks. You're in good company, Judge Bibbles. What's up, man? Oh my God. Think outside. Dude, I already acknowledged you that we're gonna look at TRB. Here you go. There it is. There's the chart. It's up. You can stop spamming TRB, TRB, TRB. If you keep doing it after I pulled it up, I'm just gonna hide you. Like, I acknowledged you. We're gonna look at it. We got other charts to look at. Lower targets, AJ. Maybe. Ladies, put a 1 in chat. Lee identifies as a girl. I guess that counts. EMS says that she is a girl. Well, welcome, EMS. Don't let these clowns scare you away. I wish we had more female audience. Women make up more than half the planet. We kind of need them for adoption. Kinda. That'd be good. You got an alert? Did you? Here's the thing. Could you put like I don't know, put a number in chat. Put a 1 in chat. If you're watching this stream, but you got an alert for the short stream, but you didn't get an alert for this stream. I'm curious. I'm wondering if this is like hurting our long forms, which is okay. It is. Catherine Elizabeth, absolutely female. Welcome. Welcome, Chadette. Can we look at Gummy? Yeah, we can look at Gummy. TRB, actually, good call. Thank you. Wow, TRB wrecked our charts earlier. Look 8. Got an alert. Alexandra G's here. Wow, maybe Sunday streams is when all the ladies tune in. Let's go. Let's go. Love you girls. 1. So you guys putting in 1, you did get an alert for the vert, but not for this. That's troubling. That's not good. That's all right. We're going to get into some random charts here. I'm going to go in order that I pulled them up. Jasmy was the first one asked, and I apologized because I remember hearing people want to see Jasmy on Friday, and I did not look at it. Probably good. Jasmy, we were looking for a long from 1.8 cents. We got stopped out at 1.5. It's a 6-to-1. Why would I not have placed it this way? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Either way, it does look like that trade's good on Jasmy. Let me get my bearings here. It does look like 1.8 cents is held as support, especially on the weekly, that intra-week drop. You closed last week at 1.8, and now here you are. Jasmy looking for a bullish engulf on the week with 4 hours to go. That could be a good sign. If we get that close, The next upside target looking pretty obvious, 3.5 cents up here. Let me go to the month. Monthly, kind of same condition as most stuff. Our monthly open from April, 2.175 cents. That could be maybe a more conservative upside target here. That would make sense. Looking at the monthly chart, though, you can see Jasmy, not TRB. God, I said TRB so many times in my head. Jasmy fell from its bull market high, had some efficiency, painted something on this chart on the way down in March of 22, trapping buyers and sellers, creating future resistance before falling further, finally bottoming out, testing resistance on the month, bullish engulf, leaving an order block of support behind, right into our zone of efficiency right here. Move over a little bit. There we go. Into our zone of efficiency. There is likely serious resistance at 3.5 cents for Jasmy. If I was in a position, I'd probably look to take some profit there, but I also would likely let a spot position at least have a little room to ride. If Jasmy does break 3.5 cents, 18, 17 cents up here, next point of efficiency. Like, you have nothing all the way from 3.5 cents to 16. That's a big gap. Gaps tend to get filled. They do. I'm going to go down to the day, though. What do we got in our daily? That trade was so good, yet so wrecked. Wow. Kind of like most of the market struggling to find any upward momentum. Look at market cipher B here. These momentum waves, you just keep getting hammered down. Every time the market tries to buy this up, it just gets hammered back down. VWAP is pointing up, so is money flow and momentum. Not bad. That 2.1-ish cents on the month does look very likely. Very likely. I think that weekly close is going to be important, though. You know, this is an interesting idea. Yeah. Jasmy above its 20 weekly. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're going to see what charts are above their 20 weekly today. I think a lot of them won't be. Copy. There we go. There's Jasmy. It's like VRA. Then we'll do TRB. All right, we'll do Adam, then TRB. Hopefully I won't have as much to say for all of them. I'm going to clean up some of this old stuff. Some of this old stuff. Let's go to the month. Higher low, but man, this is rough. This is not the best looking, but not the worst looking. You did close your monthlies a little bit higher than the start of the year. Let's get rid of this. Than the start of the year, but you're kind of just hitting a double bottom here on the monthly. Not my favorite setup. You do have a good amount of upside room based on the previous monthly closes. Likely to find that resistance for VRA near a penny if we get a good rally out of this. That chart's right. We just have a new monthly resistance right here. Just under 1 penny. This all look good. If VRA loses last month's low, it's looking for 0.04. This is going to be its kind of major line in the sand support. This is where you found support in 23 and started putting in higher highs and higher lows and starting an uptrend. Don't want to lose that. VRA breaks that almost a penny mark, likely going to head to its point of efficiency on this chart between 2 and 2.6 cents. That's a pretty solid gain from here, actually. That's a big if, but you're at half of a penny up here. That's a 4 to 5x. Not bad. Let's zoom in. Looking a lot like the rest of the market here with that March peak back down, retracing, losing all that ground it painted. That's not a great look. That's not a great look. That almost looks like a momentum leg for the upside or downside. VRA, what are you doing? I think I can place a trade for VRA. Basically, look into that low, not wanting to be in a position under that low. And then looking to take profit just under a penny. For a 2.5 to 1, we'll say you can go back to the high one. 1 1/4 cent, and bam. Let's give it the goods up here at 2.5. I can see VRA traded this way, but honestly, if you believe in it, don't be discouraged by this, but I don't love what I see on this chart. That could change very quickly into May, as many of these that we're going to look at could, but I don't love what I'm seeing here. I think if I did take any trade like this, I likely would tighten that stop just below 0.485, because man, this gets real ugly if it loses this low. That gets real ugly. I want to see, does this have a 20 weekly? Pull this back from here. All right. We still have what? We got Adam. We got TRB. We got others we're going to look at as well. And we're going to get to them. But after I do VRA, I'm going to look at the chat again, chill with you guys, because I'm not trying to blast them out. Here we go. Maybe this is the argument, right? Maybe this is the visualized version of what I was thinking. VRA, I think that there might be better bets, not commenting on the technology or whatever, the coin, just on the chart, might be better bets here. And that may be shown to us by this 20 weekly. It is underneath its 20 weekly. If you remember or were here for the beginning, total crypto market cap making a really important technical move off of the 20 weekly right now. Jasmy above its 20 weekly. So VRA, maybe this is it. Maybe this is kind of the weakness I'm seeing. That's not a huge move from price, especially after that fall. You can retake it. If you do, that's going to be, for me, the signal that this chart is likely going to recover. Boom. There that is. By the way, all these charts I do and more, if you're in the Discord, all you have to do is sign up with a partner in the video description below. You get access to those VIP rooms, and you get lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. Here's ENA. We got Adam, and we got Trb. Let me see what you guys are doing first. I'm refreshing the chat. We got 369 viewers. It's about what I expected. I didn't post this anywhere and then like harass you guys to tune in. We're not usually live at this time, so I'm happy with this. We got some good names here. Celestia, Tia, Pepe. I think I have some of those pulled up. There's the Pepe. Pepe looking real good. We can get to those. Please check Bitcoin. Please check Bitcoin. We did. There it is. What Bitcoin? What is it doing? Are you seeing something I'm not seeing for the corn here? I love checking Bitcoin, man. It's my favorite coin, bruh. Bitcoin looks good, dude. If you're betting we're going to get a bullish weekly close, I think this is the bet. Right here, 63.8. Let's see. One. Now if you'll get a fill though, it's okay. Something like that. Please, auction. What about render? What about Tia? What about Bitcoin great weekly close? I hope so, man. I mean, it's good where it is. It's good where it is, but it could be better. It won't take much more. It could be better. I want to see 64.9. I want to see that bullish engulf. That'd be so sexy. So very sexy. A daily closes is just complete indecision. I can see it moved this way. Or traded this way. I'm going to get rid of that. I drew these on Friday. I kind of like them. Still in play. Rejecting. Basically want to see 63.8 hold right now. That'd be beautiful. Our TA on Friday, this played out well. Looking right here, flat top, higher lows painted out. Where did it bring us? Right to our next resistance. Right to 63.8. And it went a little higher, but still, that played out well. There's always room for improvement. True that, man. You're short, Mr. Tom. Go for it, brother. From here, 63.8 weekend scam pump shall be erased. 63.8 weekends. I mean, we're still above it. Here's the thing that is on my mind. So discounting the last 5-6 weeks, right? Because we've just seen red candles week over week. I'll pull that up. Bring this bad boy closer. There we go. Discounting the last few weeks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, really 5. But this one's still pending. Discounting those. Since the ETF, we have seen some really consistent price action over the weekends. Again, minus those last 4. We've seen basically a slow run up into the Sunday close that extends into Monday and then stops at a very specific time. And it does make sense. There's some game theory here. Basically, we've seen miners. We've been looking at the MPI. We'll have our market update tomorrow. Shout out to Poppy. But MPI miner position index, we've been monitoring it. We've seen reduced selling pressure from miners, but specifically, we have seen reduced selling pressure from miners over the weekend. For whatever reason, they have not been selling over the weekend. That is a factor of this for sure. I think the real thing going on, though, market makers pushing price into ETF opens on Monday into TradFi open, forcing ETF buyers to buy higher, which other than the last 5 weeks or so, we have seen kind of a snowball effect. The price gets pushed up, the ETFs come online on Monday, they buy, and price continues up into Monday. However, we have seen a very dependable pause on that rally at 9:30 a.m. East, right as markets open. So I don't know, man. It's probably the right bet to say, well, that hasn't happened for 5 weeks. That's not happening now. I can't argue against that. But I guess my warning here is don't forget about all the price action that we've seen. The price action we're coming off of, we're riding just because of this. This has not been fun, mostly because Bitcoin crypto got us like re-addicted to dopamine. Re-addicted to dopamine and then just took it away. It was like, here you go, it can be exciting again. How great is that, man? The first hit's free. And then nothing. This has been really savage sideways. And it's been interesting to watch sentiment switch or just flip-flop so quickly. When in reality, even if you do think it's going lower still, this is not a big deal. Like, it is not huge, man. 22% from a new all-time high. That's a retracement for ants. I expect bigger retracements in our bull run. In peak bull run, we'll get bigger ones. Much bigger flushes of leverage. What was I going? Monday. Yes. However, there is something that many of you are probably not aware of unless you tuned into Chirpow on Wednesday. There's another new mechanic at play here. No, it's not interest rates. It is related to interest rates, but it's not interest rates. How do I say this without it being super complicated? The Fed has 2 tools. Those are interest rates, and they also have quantitative easing and tightening. This is essentially indirectly influencing interest rates by controlling the circulating supply of dollars. When they contract that supply, when they remove dollars from the market via treasury bond buying and selling, whatever mathematical shenanigans they do, when they do that, they do effectively fight inflation because they're reducing the supply of dollars. Or am I getting that backwards now? Reducing the supply fights inflation. Yes, that is quantitative tightening. Chirpow on Wednesday, as we predicted, said something really important that isn't interest rates. It was the Fed is going to, they agreed to, reduce or taper their quantitative tightening. How it stood before is every month they were removing about $60 billion of circulating monies out of the system every month, month over month. That was the tightening. On Wednesday, on the FOMC, they said that they're going to cut that from $60 billion to $25 billion. That's a $35 billion difference every month. Now, you should think, your first thought should be, but that's still quantitative tightening. Isn't that still bad? And the answer would be yes, it is. However, It is a reduction of $35 billion a month, over half of what they were doing. So you're cutting something bad in half, reducing its damage. On top of that, and the new factor in play here, mind you, this is where that happened. Remember? Right here. Off that low. That's where that happened. So the market has had a different movement, a different energy to it since then. And I wouldn't say, oh, it's because of the dollars, right? It's not literal like that. But the market's showing a little bit different vibe. And the more important thing going on is as you taper, markets are always looking to price things in. They're always trying to look ahead, think ahead. The tapering suggests that they're moving away from their tightening cycle and they're moving into an easing cycle. An easing cycle is when they put money back into the system. Everything goes up. And markets historically have very closely correlated with tightening and easing cycles. So we got some things in play here. I'm going to be skeptical of bearish calls while we're moving like this off of that news. If we get a sell-off, into Monday, we go below 56.4. Okay, we can say maybe nothing has really changed. But right here, this candle was literally that announcement. It moved up, of course it sold off, but the lows held and Bitcoin kind of moved back into that, what's the word, man? Bitcoin regained its groove. We saw this kind of price action. I don't even know how to point to it anymore, wherever I am on the screen. We saw this kind of price action like all the way up. All these rallies. It's like you hit lows, you move sideways, you move up, you move sideways, you move up. There aren't really pullbacks, aren't really retracements. The only ones we see are kind of range bound ones. We move to the top of a range, back to the bottom, hold the low, keep moving sideways. Once we had this, we started seeing different energy in the price, in the market. It was more limp. Actually, really, it was right here. It's when like this broke down and then failed to break out again here. We started getting this limp price action where we weren't seeing dips be bought up. We weren't seeing price move sideways and then up. It seems to have regenerated, maybe. Gotten its groove back, we'll say. So at the moment, and I mean always I'm bullish, but I'm more short-term bullish than I was April 30th. Not because of the price moving up, but because of that quantitative tapering. I think we have some bullish stuff at play we didn't before. Tom's looking at your pal's data. I'm always looking for you, man. They're lying though, Tom, because they're sending money to Ukraine. That's not tightening anymore. 𝐂𝐴𝐳, those two things aren't mutually exclusive. So yes, they're not lying. You're getting kind of like a few things mingled. So the Fed doing quantitative tightening or easing is its own thing, right? It's them buying, selling bonds, letting them mature, choosing not to rebuy them, etc. That is the tightening, right? But the government, the US government, runs at a deficit. That money is printed, yes. So there are two different forces at play, and it's really, do they cancel each other out? Maybe that's a good argument, though, for the tapering, is when you get rid of some of that tightening, that allows the balance of the tightening and easing to be different, or to maybe favor the easing, right? They aren't the same thing. Like the Fed isn't the one sending money anywhere, like in that sense. So the Fed isn't lying unless they continue to do 60 billion a month. I don't know. That's possible. But the government is still printing money. The Fed was removing money, trying to control inflation. And now they're going to remove less. So unless the government starts sending less money out or running at less of a deficit, I'd say the odds of both of those, probably zero. It's overall good. It's overall bullish, we'll say. I don't know if good's the word, but bullish. J Pow's so gangster. Yeah, he is. Lords of Light kicking you, so you got to take a break. I haven't gotten kicked, but it's a good game. It's a good game. I've been enjoying it. Jay is lost without you. Yeah, he is, man. Government spending is always inflationary, of course. Where do you think their money comes from? This is my biggest thing about like people support. I don't know. What's the best way to put this? Yeah, I won't even make an initial statement. The government is always spending money. It always will. There's been very brief periods. I think the last time was like Clinton that the government had a surplus. Governments don't run on surpluses. People say, "Oh, well, if the government," oh, this is it. I hate it when people are like, "Oh, the government shouldn't provide services for people." It's like, because where does that money come from? It comes from my taxes, bro. The government does not run on our taxes. That's a pipe dream. The government runs on printed money, like, period. And they're going to keep printing money. That will never end. They will print themselves into disaster, just as everyone who's ever had a money printer has done. I ranted. I got off topic. We will win with crypto. I agree. That is a big reason that crypto is a necessity. It's not like, okay, you buy crypto, you're rich tomorrow. That'd be cool. But crypto is the first thing that has ever allowed us to just opt out of that system of a centralized government body printing money, controlling the money supply to their advantage. Guess who never benefits from that? You and me. That's probably the one thing that's true of every system of finance. We're not the ones set up to benefit from it. The government prints money, they hand it out to whatever, their friends, the people they've made contracts with. How do they get them? Certainly not because they give them to the best people. And then they give that money out to their rich friends, and they get to spend that money. And the double hit is they spend that money before that new money supply impacts inflation, before it's inflated via them spending it as new money. So they get a double hit. Then we get it as it trickles down. Sure. We get it later after it's already inflated the supply. We get it when the money is worth less than it was when it was handed out. It's a bunch of BS, dude. There's a lot of topics. There's a lot of things going on there. But crypto allows you to opt out. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it, I don't know, fixes that problem of money printing. But it allows you to just have something else, to just be outside of the system in some capacity. And that is, in my opinion, the biggest value of crypto, man. There's many, you can argue many, but that's it. Federal Reserve incoming. What's up, Jenny Swanson? Whoever gets that minted money benefits exactly. And then by the time we get it, it's too late. Clinton made a mess. Yeah, I don't care, dude. I don't care. I'm just talking about monies. Money doesn't care about none of that. Treasury prints money. Feds add zeros to the balance sheet, and the government spends the money, and that's how it works. Yep. And then we just, they call it trickle down economics, and it's probably that was probably made from someone being like, this system is like getting peed on. It's trickling down on me. See, that was the problem. People thought that trickle down meant you'd benefit from it. No. It just means you're getting the runoff, baby. That's it. Crypto is red pill dudes. That's an interesting topic, man. It's an interesting topic. I think crypto is more libertarian people. That's how I view myself anyway. I don't think that crypto especially caters, like, fundamentally to either side of the aisle. I don't think either side is, like, more intrinsically attuned to it. I think people who are libertarian, people who, I don't know, think for themselves, I think that's who it's more tailored to. Your taxes fueling the money printer. I like that. That's a good way to put it. Your taxes don't pay for the government. Your taxes pay for the ink, baby, to print that money to pay for them. I like it. Then why am I paying taxes, brother? Because I don't want to go to jail. You guys, I believe you should all pay your taxes. I think you should do it. I would never say otherwise. But I don't care what you do. I'm paying my taxes because I don't want to go to jail. What's the point of me having money if I'm in jail? I don't know. If the USD is reserve currency for the whole world, and we're finally able to get USD all the way to grassroots via stablecoins, then we have not printed enough yet. That's true. Well, they will never have printed enough. Ever. There's no such thing as enough, dude. Never. Crypto was founded on the backs of Ron Paul libertarian ideals. Yeah, true that. It was. There's never been a way to economically print enough paper USD to get to the entire world. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there's not enough fucking trees, dude. That's why when we print money now, it's just digital. It's like digitally print. Tuker, Tuker's another one that I did not pull up on Friday. And I saw and I felt bad about. Now, why is this EGLD chart Tuker? That's not right. And because there's not a lot of history. There's literally just pancake swap and Poloniex. Why is there two pancake swap? Is it because this is going to be two different coins with the same name? I put out a short this morning, guys, and it just like rings true. You gotta know what you're buying, and in crypto doubly so. And I used to say that, meaning like you need to like understand, I don't know, like you need to like understand the coin or something. Now it's way beyond that. Now it's you need to know what you're buying, because you might just be buying a different Tuker. You might just be buying a different Pepe, like one that has no liquidity, isn't the one you're looking at or following. Like just a total another way to get wrecked. You gotta be careful. Here we go. Gotta be careful. Could get a good close here. Could get a good close on Tuker. Looks like you're looking for that bully engulf on the week. You're at 12 cents, 3 hours, 50 minutes. Yeah, just trade close above 5 cents. That's pretty easy. That's not too bad. There's really not a lot on this chart to TA because there's not a lot of history. This is about all we can do. Hit at 618. Does kind of look like it wants to fill that wick. It's kind of all I can do for Tuker, man. There you go. 5 cents. This is the area that is likely to have support. Nice psychological value. Weekly. Was that the weekly open of last week? Previous resistance potentially turned to support. We do moon math. That's about it. You want some moon math? Here you go. Tuker, if you break your all-time high, the next upside target likely sitting at like $2. I mean, that's easier said than done. Break an all-time high, not simple, but there's your moon maths. You're kind of right in the middle here. I think right now is a terrible time for a position. Kind of looking at it this way. If like 4 cents is your range low and then 40 cents is your range high, that's an absurd range. You're right here, kind of in the middle. I don't think now's a good time. If you see Tuker sell off to 5, you might be able to get an entry. Try to play it back to that all-time high. If you move to the all-time high, maybe you get a short, maybe you take profit. You might be looking for a return down here. There's just not enough to work with. But there you go, there's Tuker. Why is the corn pump at 3 a.m. but stagnant during the day on weekends? Your guess is as good as mine. I have this thing I don't really say often, but Bitcoin tends to pump at different times, right? And it seems like it's always the same time, but it's always rotating. It's like constantly rotating. The one time that I do get a little paranoid is when Bitcoin pumps on EST time, the time we're usually live, when it pumps while we're live. I kind of interpret this as the real pumps tend to happen, or maybe sustained ones, tend to happen when the US is not awake. And then when the US is awake, it almost feels like a trap. It's like, hey, look, you can all see this. Those are the ones that tend to sell off. But the validity of that is just anecdotal, just like from my looking experiences. Toiler is absurd. Toiler? What's Toiler? What's up, Muse? Stacking sats and Swiss francs. Stack sats, baby. That's the way to do it. That is the only thing I can say with confidence that works in crypto. You just stack sats over time, bro. Eventually it works out. Did for me, did for everyone else I know that's ever done it. Good stuff. Keep it up. Cheers to you. You're not alone. Adam. All right, this is good. So I looked at Adam a little bit ago and I said, man, you got some trouble though. Adam closed below its monthly order block. We haven't seen that on many charts. Luckily, I mean, it did hit a level that could have support. I was a little skeptical as this is not an open gap. It had already been filled before it moved up, so a little unusual. But I say this is looking better because Adam is above 911. 911, still weird to say. You want to see the month close above 911. You close below, especially if you get like a wick to 10 and then you close down here. I think you go back to your range lows. But it's good to see it above that order block. You got to see it close there. You don't want to get trapped down there. Weekly. The trade's still good, but that trade sat forever. Really good time to kind of reflect on the best trades are made way, way in advance, like way in the past. We set this potential long up in November of last year. Did not look like it was going to fill ever. And what happened? Boop, came down. Came down and filled her. Limit orders are your best friend. Looking for a good close, higher high versus last week. I'll take the weekly close above 911. I'll take it as a first sign. Higher high here. That setup could get good. Could get good. Let's get a fib on this. Looking good. I guess that's a different one. I don't even know. I don't even know. These charts are all messy. 1062. Yeah, right there. 38% upside. 12% downside. There we go. Yeah, that closed above 911 for the week and today. I think that's a signal for 1062 for Adam. What do we got pulled up still? E&A, TRB for the guy who kept asking for it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I did pull it up. I don't know. Did maybe someone mute him or something? Because he stopped spamming. There he is. There he is. He heard me. He heard me summon him. Let's see. TRB caught me off guard too, I'm not gonna lie. Dang. It's like the same setup as Adam. Same setup as Adam, dude. You fell below that order block. Good news is, at least for now, above 70, 78.40. You're back above that resistance potentially. Let's see a weekly close there. I'm gonna get rid of a lot of this. That's good enough. Let's see the retracement. Where did we go? Quite to the 618. Either way, not quite 618. This is going to be the level I'm looking for, watching. Do not want to see closes below 78.41 for TRB, Trb. Luckily, the week is up here. You can see it on the weekly time frame here very clearly. Support, support, support. Higher high. Support, lower high, support, lower high, breakdown. Testing that support over and over again. It finally gave. Back above it. Things are looking much better. I like this. Resistance was tested, absorbed, pushed higher. I think TRB is heading for 112. 112, baby. And 112 might be low. If I was in a bad position, I might look to get out of it at 112. 166 up here at your 0.5, not a really outlier thing to happen either. 112 I'm very confident about. 166 could take longer. Looks like he broke your descending trend too. Not bad. Actually, very good. That's actually pretty nice. I'll take that. 112. Looking for 112. Really bad position, you get out at 100. Just peace out at 100. Really bad position. This high wick is a problem for me. There's a lot of trapped orders. You saw a 93% retracement since December. Let's call it January, December. 93% down. You got a lot of orders, man. You have a lot of people who bought here and are going to look to get out at break even, maybe even less of a loss. That's why those psychological numbers might even come into play. $100. I do like this approach though, man. Like, descending trend, you broke it, you back tested it, you moved higher, you confirmed the breakout. Like, that could be all right. Good luck. Good luck, bro. Tuker, Adam, Jasmy. Where's ENA or whatever? That's the one I pulled up and didn't look at yet. There it is. ENA. Not a lot of history here either. Oh yeah, I voted for music. Actually, we're pretty split on music. 53% yes, 47% no. I thought it was going to be like 90% yes. Keep it off then. Yikes. ENA right here at its first monthly close from last month. Not a lot of history. You're not going to be able to do much, but let's do our best. Reverse this one. Dollar. Let's give that 2 to 1. Take profit 2, $1.26. The stop is like very difficult to find. You don't have any support below you. This is holding on by like the will, its own will. Here's the issue. This is your monthly close from last month. Here you are. You haven't made much progress. You've only hit lower highs and lower lows. This is rough. I think actually I'm going to revise this to a much tighter stop loss. We'll do the other one. No, I'll do this one. See a super chat. One sec, bruh. I think a tighter stop is smarter. Below 75, targeting $1. You get like a 3 or 4 to 1. Let's put it at 3. This is rough though. It's a knife. Like, this is the problem. This is your monthly open. You're here. You're still setting lower highs and lower lows. If you lose your low, you might just do this. You might continue. That'd be great because then you probably are painting something bullish. But you don't have a reason to really believe that. You have no support built. You got nothing. This is one day. In one day, you went from 30 cents to 76 cents, all the way to $1.35. You 4x'd in like, I don't know, 30 hours. There's nothing down here. Any support that gives, you might return to 30 cents. I wouldn't take a trade on ENA personally. I don't like it. If I love DNA, if it's the best thing ever, blockchain killer. If it's the best thing ever and you don't care about the short-term price action, this is what I would do. I would just use my fibs. 42, 55, 66, 67, 30. I would place limit buy orders. Maybe in this kind of fashion. Maybe I would put, let's say I have 500. 1, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. Yeah.
A few bucks.
I might do it like this.
You know what I am going to ask. Lieutenant Colonel chart, please.
Say $700. That's a weird amount. Oh well. I might put a $100 limit order here, $100 limit order here. Ooh, it's got bad heartburn. What the hell? You gotta sit up. That's probably it. Ugh. Fudge. And then 300 here. I personally wouldn't do this because I don't care about this, but if you do, maybe something like this, like a pyramided limit buy setup where you're just targeting the fibs because you don't have a reason to think there's going to be support anywhere. The advantage of this system, and I preach it often, maybe not often enough, is in the worst case scenario, you can kind of root for it to go down because your orders are getting bigger. You know what? Hold on a second. I gotta get a Tums. This is wild. Hold up. This stream brought to you by Tums. That was a bubblegum one. That was tasty. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Where was I? Someone asked about render. Render, nothing's changed. If you missed the TA on this, we did some on Friday. I like the back test of the previous all-time high. It's holding. Actually, it looks a little bit better than on Friday here. Quite a bit better. Already hit a higher high versus April after you've painted a higher low. That's the beginning of an uptrend. Beginning of an uptrend right at our previous all-time high. Previous resistance. Now potentially support. I think render is looking good. Replace my alert there. Ordi still looking for 29.61. It was giving us some questions on Friday. Now kind of leaning back into that falling, into that signaling the previous all-time high. Same setup as render, just hasn't gotten there yet. Chili's not a lot of change. CKB, not a lot of change. Jupe looking for a dollar fill. Yeah, dollar fill. Coming down. Tezos battling with that monthly order block. Mara, no change. Yeah, because it's a stock. Wow. What is going on? What is going on with this heartburn? I have not had heartburn in a while either. Oh crap, I forgot there was a super chat. My bad, Zima. A few bucks as a thanks. Thank you, Ming. Let me know what you're going to ask. Litecoin. All right. All right. Well, one in Rome. Litecoin away. Sure. Oh, man. We'll see. We'll see if this goes away. Litecoin TA on point. I was only looking for 79.82. It did trade lower. 74.67. Wow. Wow. There it is. I'm looking for 79.82. That's it. Just close above there for the week, please, Litecoin. Man. That's it. Looking for 94.40. Hold up. Wild. Wild heartburn. Haven't seen signs of the 94 yet. We'll see when this weekly closes what it opens to. These arrows were placed before it fell. They were placed like, what, 24th, 25th. It's followed pretty well. We haven't seen an upside move. Hopefully a strong weekly close. Well, not strong. Hopefully a weekly close above 79 is going to give us a little upward lift. Likely to run into resistance at 84 along the way. But that's pretty much how I see this price action playing out. Wow. Meta signals. TRX trade, TP2 hit, TP3 not quite. It's looking a little shaky. Looking a little more shaky now. TP2 hit though, what can we say? No update yet. I'm going through it. Oh man. I hate to say it. I'm probably going to have to call it. I need to go drink milk or something. This is very uncomfortable. INJ, Vela, Wi-Fi. Yeah. You know, guys, I don't know. I haven't had heartburn like this in months. I don't know what's going on. Either way, we'll be live again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in for our random Sunday stream. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Join the Discord. I mean, you're probably all in here. I don't think there's that many new viewers. Thanks for joining me on a crazy, lazy Sunday for some clickbait. Bitcoin, watch the close. Watch the close. We got 3 hours, something like that. Yeah, boys. Sorry about that. Join me in the Discord.